Okay, welcome back to Kerbal Space Program. I am going to check something real quick here. Yep, okay. Back into here. And just want to let you know we are on the Sentinel mission. Put it in orbit around the Sol, or sorry, Kerbal. Put it in orbit around the Sun so we could track some asteroids that might be endangering Kerbin. So right here we are. We're just off flying off the back of Kerbin. Kerbin is rotating towards this direction around the Sun. It's going this way, and we will soon be on that orange trajectory there. We're escaping Kerbin escape in 4 days. What we're going to do is just going to go ahead and speed up time here, and we'll fly out, get into orbit around the Sun. I'm going to go ahead and fast forward time here. You can watch us go. Not going to use any throttle, just kind of speeding up time, flying away from Kerbin, getting further and further away. There goes the moon. Speed up a little bit here. Here comes the moon back around. Probably passing the moon's orbit. Probably getting close to Minmus's orbit. Yeah, here comes Minmus. Right there. We're just going past Minmus's orbit. Pretty far away from Kerbin. Remember, we are flying away from Kerbin. There goes Minmus. It kind of looks like we're kind of close. Let me take a look here. Getting close to its orbit, but we are well away from it. So, Minmus, of course, small moon of Kerbin. Again, we're flying off the back of Kerbin. We're going to escape Kerbin's sphere of influence soon, and then we'll be in orbit around the Sun. So let's continue on. Make it a little faster. Now, this will flip as soon as we are out of Kerbin's sphere of influence, because right now this is, in relation to Kerbin. As soon as we're in relation to the Sun, the nav ball will flip. So that's another indication of, that you're out. Depending, if you're not watching the map mode, if you're in this mode right here, you'll know instantly. There goes Minmus. So, as soon as you pass Minmus, it's not much further now. This will probably drop down to, I don't know, 600 meters per second. We'll take a look at. And then we'll be in orbit around the Sun. So this speed will change as soon as we're in orbit around the Sun. Should be close. Let's take a look. Yep, close. Watch the speed jump and time warp slowing down. There we go. Now we are traveling 8,547 meters per second. That is around the Sun. We are flying around the Sun. No longer in, I'm going to slow down a little bit. No longer in, or slow down time, I'm sorry. No longer in orbit around Kerbin. This did flip, so let's take a look here. Now, technically, we should be able to go ahead and start scanning for, remember, we are looking for asteroids. The whole purpose of this mission is to put this satellite over here to this orange line here, this orange orbit. It's going to be in between Eve and Kerbin. Anything close to Eve, this satellite will point back to Kerbin's orbit, and it will look for asteroids that could be endangering Kerbin. So, we can turn it on now. I doubt we're going to see anything because we're so close to the orbit anyway. So we are going to wait a little bit until we fly past. We are on the inside of Kerbin now, so we will be traveling faster than Kerbin. We will get to the other side before Kerbin does. And essentially, I've got my, I need to blow out this periapsis here a little bit. Where do we need to be at? We need to be at 10,217, and we're at 9,675. So, blowing out the periapsis would actually have me turn and get back in, going into Kerbin. I don't want to, again, get captured by Kerbin and have that mess up my trajectory. So we are going to speed up time a little bit here and fly on around. I know that's going to mess up my periapsis, but I think we have enough fuel. We'll check things out in a little bit. So here we go. We're going to fast forward time. Okay. That's pretty good. Now you can see Kerbin is still tracking all of these these asteroids because he's looking away from the sun. You can't look into the sun and find an asteroid. They're too small. The sun's too bright. Yada yada yada. The infrared telescope that we have here is actually going to sit on the inside, and it's going to look back, and what it'll see is the hot side of the asteroid. See, that's why we're finding these, because we've got a little bit of a signature there that we can find them. So regardless, these are being tracked by this. We haven't turned our satellite on yet. I am going to try to make that movement now to see if I can blow out the periapsis there. I want to push it out to 10.217. I may have to swing it. Oops, swing it this way. Now I'm just, kind of fooling around with the maneuver node right now. This isn't, right spot on. We'll get that pretty close. 10.277. We need 10.217. So we're going to leave that right there. How much? Oh my, that was 1,500. I don't know about that. I was really swinging that around. I didn't even look. That's way too much. What we'll do is we'll wait till we get down here and maybe swing it around and fix it that way. So let's go ahead and speed up. Time warp. Here we go. Time warp slowing down. Something's going on. I must have a I've got an alarm clock, something going on over here. Let's check this out. Oh, it's a Joule. I've got a Joule. Jump to ship and restore maneuver node. I've got a maneuver node for Joule. I want to jump to that real quick. I need to see what that is. Oh, this is going to Joule. It's a maneuver node halfway. We're halfway there. There's a maneuver node coming up. Got 37 seconds. I'm not even sure what I was supposed to do. It's a 404 meter per second burn. Let's see what this is. Oh, it's going to bring us in closer, I guess. It's going to bring us in. Yeah, we're changing our orbit. Changing our orbit. We should go ahead and probably burn this one. I'm not too sure on what's going on, but we'll go ahead and burn this one. It's just 400. Oh, I'm gonna have to break this off. I won't have enough fuel for that 405 meter burn. Must be bringing it in really close. When the engine's cut out, that'll just be it. And we're done. Yeah, all this is gone. It's time probably to kick in the nuclear engines. So, once again, I'm going to wait to break this off. We'll jump back to... That was a good burn. I mean, I burned, pretty quick. Only missing 83. That's not going to hurt. So we'll jettison this. I still have some. Do I have some? Yeah, I've got monopropellant. I got monopropellant. I could probably use monopropellant and get there the rest of the way, but we'll wait. And it's only 83 meters per second, so let's go back to the Sentinel. Where's the Sentinel? Here we go. Get this one up and running again. You know, we probably shouldn't be facing the sun. Let's turn, just for sakes, just turn it this way, you know, playing it real. I don't think if we actually looked at the sun with this telescope, it's going to damage it. I mean, it's a game. You can play sand. It's not sandbox. This is, oops, yeah, we'll keep it looking away from the sun. Keep that heat shield back here. There we go. That looks better anyway for gameplay purposes. So where were we? Oh, let's go ahead and turn it on. Start object tracking. The Sentinel Infrared Telescope is now mapping asteroids passing near Kerbin's orbit. So very good. Let's see what. Let's see if it picks up anything. Where's Kerbin? Oh, okay, out here. So it should be picking up anything in between. So we'll kind of look around here and see kind of what's going on. Let's go ahead and fast forward a bit. See if any of these pop up. Going 100,000 times. Excuse me. Not seeing any yet. Oh, was that one? No, those are still on the outside orbit. I don't know if this. I have power. Yeah, I got power. It may have to be at a certain. Oh no, here's one. Here's one. Here's one. It's on. Is that the inside orbit? It's kind of low. It is on the inside orbit. I wonder if it has anything to do with the way I was facing. You know, am I facing the orbit? As long as I'm facing away from the sun, I should be facing the orbit. Is that correct? Facing directly away from the sun, you should be facing Kerbin's orbit. So, directly facing away from the sun. Oh, I am kind of looking back, aren't I? Let's see if we can adjust it this way. I have no idea if this means anything, if it's going to do anything different. We're just kind of checking it out. So let's fast forward again, see if anything pops up over here now that I've leaned in a little bit. There we go, fast forward. Oh, we got a couple. Yeah, they're inside the orbit. Well, that's kind of close, but it is kind of close here. I wonder if we're seeing these too, or if that's... Let's just see what this is. Let's view in the tracking station here. And we've picked it up. It is on an inside, so it could be threatening Kerbin. Oh, wouldn't that be funny if it's going to come on around and just hit Kerbin? This could be one of the threatening ones. Let's track it. It's called... Oh, it says unknown object. Let's track it. Now we've got a name for it. It's called SAI659. We can change that. If it's going to, I don't think it's even getting close. Oh, well, it may come out. Oh, it does. It comes out over here. So it'll be a full year before this one endangers Kerbin, because it has to go around the sun, and of course Kerbin has to go around the sun. So I wonder if it's a... I mean, you're just kind of looking at the orbit. It gets close, but I don't think that it's going to endanger it. Unless it gets into its sphere of influence, changes its orbit for next year, maybe. You know, the next time around. That's possible. So let's go ahead and fast forward. We want to get down here just about it. Oh, whoops. I am on the wrong thing here. Let's go back to this one. Fly. Okay. Here we are with their fuel. Here's their satellite. It's facing away. It may be looking down. I don't know, but go on this one. Let's draw back out. Might take a big look. Look at these asteroids that could be threatening. We could track these, and if we want to, we could go get them. They do have ability to fuel. If you take your drill, your mining equipment up with you, maybe on a satellite, drill into it, get the fuel, launch off, jump to the next one, get its fuel, jump on over to Drez or Duna. Well, here's Drez. Oh no, where's Drez? Drez. There it is. Drez. So he's way out there, but let's go on down a little bit more. Fast forward. We want to get really close to this point right here. Oh, there's some more. There's some more. Looky here. This thing is working. That may be. We won't track that one, but you know, we'll see. We'll see what happens. We're going to go on over here and try to fix our orbit. Once we fix our orbit, then things will be good. Let's go down. I want to zoom in a little bit so I don't miss this. Okay, I want to stop right here. We're going to set up in a maneuver node. Add a maneuver node. I want to kind of swing this orbit around because you remember I was too close. I was too close to Eve. So we're going to swing this around to there and then bring in our orbit. Try to make these line up. Those things flipped. That actually looks pretty good. 1,282. I've got 1,331. We are going to make this burn. We're going to make this burn in 2 days. I got enough time on here. I'll just speed up. The orbit looks pretty good. Hey, that really looks good. I hope the computer says, I mean, if it's not spot on, I hope that deviation is good enough. So let's go ahead and get set up for this burn. Well, let's fast forward a little bit to, you know, at least day 1. 1 day left. Not sure when I should do it, but 1 day, 5 hours, 4 hours, 3 hours, 2 hours. Oh, here it comes. Yeah. We got 2 hours until we have to make this burn. I may just go ahead and make it early because it does look like we have to make some adjustments. And at the moment, I've got enough. 1282 and 1331. I told you this was, and that's just in this last section here. We've got, okay, here comes the burn, setting up for this burn. We've got enough fuel. Excuse me. Yeah. Got about an hour, but I'll probably just go ahead and do it because, well, fast forward a little bit. That way it's kind of spot on. I don't know how long it's going to take me to burn this. 1,282. God, it's going to take a few minutes, maybe 3 minutes, maybe 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes. It's going to be a big burn. We'll get it down, watching the timer down here. 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, that's close enough. Let's take a look. We are spot on. We are right there, coming up on it. I am kind of low. I'm going to have to make an adjustment. That's interesting. I'm going to have to make an adjustment. But let's see what happens. We are going to go ahead and burn. I think everything is good to go. Back in here. That's a decoupler, or that's, yeah, that's a shield. We're still on the engines, so here we go. Full throttle on the Poodle. Pull that away, this won't be so loud. Go back to the map mode and see how we are doing. Oh, map mode doesn't do too much. What we're essentially doing is moving this blue line down and swinging it around. So it's going to be swinging and moving. It's not just a. Go slow it down. We're not just bringing down our apoapsis or pushing out our periapsis. We're actually doing that and rotating at the same time. Let's burn this down. And they're on full throttle. Going, just kind of watching it burn. That's rest there. 420 meters to go. This is going to be interesting. The skybox really looks good. I like the skybox. The Milky Way galaxy looks good. 287. We've got 312 to go. Man, I hope this works first time and it goes ahead and gives me that deviation. And everything is good. Our communication is still working, of course. 80, 70, 60, almost there. There we go. I was off by 2 meters per second. But let's take a look at the orbit, see if we get a congratulations up here, if it is. Oh, I don't see the orange line. Did we do it? Reach the designated orbit around the sun within reasonable deviation. Yes, we did it. We did it. Now, the thing is on, so it should be mapping. It should be the thing. The Sentinel Infrared Telescope is on, and it should be mapping. No, the mapping process will happen passively over a length of time as long as any active Sentinels are near the specified orbit, which we are. It went ahead and checked that off, so good. Oh, this is so good. We had 49 meters per second left in that, in this, and then we have these two, which are full, and we have this, which is full, and this, which is full. We might be able, after we do this, wouldn't it be great if we got a mission that said, move to yada yada orbit and see if there's anything around Eve? That would be good. Our Sentinel would be in a position to just go ahead and probably and shrink down to Moho, or shrink down inside of here. That is great. So mission completed on the orbit, getting it into a stable orbit close to Eve. You can see it's going to stay on the outside of Eve. I hope it never interferes with Eve and gets slung out. I mean, I hate that. We are in good communication. That is another thing. Once we get around to the other side, are we going to be in communication? I'm pretty certain, because we have relay satellites as long as they're within range. We've got satellites. Oh, they're all 4 on this side. Oh my gosh. You know, of course, breaking them up and slowing one down, and oh my god, that looks sick. But I guess, you know, if there was something important down on the surface, all 4 of them would be able to make sure that communication was getting there. Interesting. And then we got the one going over. So, do we have anything? No. We don't have anything on the surface of Eve yet. Do we have anything on Gilly? Yeah, we should have something on Gilly. We should have a... Yes, we do. We have a Gilly probe. But anyway, back to the Sentinel. Oh. Apologize for that. Let's turn this and get it faced away from the sun, just for gameplay purposes. That looks cool as all get out. Our antenna got good. We got good signal. Yes, good signal. Full probe signal strength is 99. We can transmit science, so let's. I don't know if we have anything to transmit, but. And our antenna on here, we may not even need it. Yeah, we could jettison this tank and just use these. Carrying around a lot of weight. Now we got fuel in here. We're going to use it. We're not going to have a bunch of debris flying around. Let's see. What can we do? We'll log the temperature. I could take this back for force science, but nothing is here. Hey, if we ever get a mission that says, send information back from around orbit around the sun, we've got this out here. Of course, I think we also have another one that was a dead stick. It was dead on arrival at focus on Kerbin. No, we're going to focus on warp. No, let's focus on Kerbin. Cap. Do not like Drez, Jewel, Lake, Delta, Elu, and Sentinel. Now we're back facing Sentinel. We've got this mission wrapped up. We've got that one. That's not, now it says the mapping process will happen passively. So we don't really necessarily have to do anything. I guess when we just come back as we're flying, maybe on a different mission, it will. Oh, look at that one! Look at that one way down here. That's probably on a highly inclined orbit, and it's not going to cross. Maybe it's not going to cross the plane of. What's this one? That one kind of looks like it's too close. I would like to. Well, these could be far out coming in, and they're going to pass Kerbin really close, over here. Mapping process will happen passively over a length of time as long as active sentinels are near the specified orbit. They do not need to be newly launched. You will receive progress notifications as suitable asteroids are mapped. Okay. So just mapping them, maybe not tracking them in the tracking station or anything. That'll be good. I'm going to go ahead and F5 this. Quick save. Yeah, so good mission. We hit the orbit of around Eve. Happy about that. Everything seems to be working. We got good communication. I hope that sticks around for at least until we can map 5 of them. Yeah, check that out. Look at all these asteroids now. And, well, most of them are still on the outside orbit, but we are picking up 1, 2, 3, 4 on the inside orbit. Let's go ahead and check this one, because he looks like he's really high. Well, on the inclined orbit, not so much. Let's look at this one. We're going to view this one in the tracking station. We're going to go ahead and track it. We've spotted it with our Sentinel. And, oh, it goes in really, oh, it's a fast one, kind of. I like that. It comes in really close, even in between Moho. Hey, maybe it'll hit Moho before it hits Kerbin. And it probably won't hit Kerbin. But, see, because it's inclined a little bit. So that one will never hit. That one will never hit. It does look like it crosses Moho's. Just kind of looking around. I don't know. I don't think that one will ever hit. Does it tell us what size these are? Does it tell us? Let's click on that. Information. We're tracking Tango Tango Bravo. That's TTB727. It's an asteroid. It's a Class D. Class D objects are quite large. Expect them to be no smaller than 12 meters in radius and up to 18 meters. These are very heavy objects to move around. So if we were going to go get it and bring it somewhere to study it, yada, 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 this would be heavy to do. We would need a big rocket to do that. Typically, you know, I'll grab them. I will go up and meet them when they are very close to Kerbin and when they're coming into the sphere of influence of Kerbin. And grab them. No, actually, when they come within, you know, the moon here, if they're coming within inside the moon, in between us and the moon, normally I would think about going and getting it. You can see I have one here. We've got one. It's at 150. We'd go up and study it. I think this is the actual dead stick here is what went up and got him. Maybe. Let's take a look at that one. Or he could have went up. Oops. Let's take a look at that one. He could have went up to just study it. But let's see what pops up here. Good mission. Overall good mission. Yeah, he was a grabber unit. So he didn't move it. He must have just been attached to it, making some small adjustments. He's dead stick. He's nearly out of fuel. Yeah, moving a small asteroid, you can move it slightly, put it in orbit. I don't actually remember the mission, but probably a long time ago. 1 year, 421 days ago. So he's up there. He's just kind of dead stick. He's got a little bit of fuel, but he can't deorbit or anything. So he's just flying around. I don't think I have any any testing equipment on it that I know of. But anyway, back to Kerbin's protector, the Sentinel Infrared Telescope has reached its orbit and is now mapping asteroids that could be endangering Kerbin. Hope you liked the video. Thanks for watching.